How's it going, guys? The Wallabies have really come for war with this team that they've announced. Now, there's a couple players that are missing, mainly due to rest, but this is a fire squad. I want to break it down. Please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And let's get into it. Now, like I said, the Wallabies have come for war. They are putting out a very strong side. I mean, this Australian side has become so promising of late. The performances that they've been putting in have been so promising. It's really, really bright future if they continue on like this. Schmidt is really getting the best out of them. This is the perfect time for Australia to start getting a good vein of form. They came off of a big win up against Argentina in the last test. Yes, they did lose to South Africa in the second test, but that first test, they came out so strong and really put the Springboks on their backsides, and they put in a really, really good performance in that second test as well. So I want to break down the squad. Let's go through it. We have James Slipper, we have Billy Pollard, and then Taniela Tupou. Very, very strong pack. Very physical, exactly what they are going to need for the Argentinians. Jeremy Williams filling in for Nick Frost. Nick Frost not making the squad at all. I think they might be looking to rest him. He's had seriously good performances. He's been playing so well, but the guy does need rest. Jeremy Williams, however, is a brilliant player. He's naturally locked, so going to fill in perfectly there. If needed, he can fill in that back row spot as well. But otherwise, Jeremy Williams is partnered with Tom Hooper. And then this back row, Rob Valentini, Fraser McWright, Harry Wilson as captain. Scary. Really, really scary. Serious firepower here. Fraser McWright, one of the best current in-form back rowers right now. Harry Wilson's been putting in some serious performances, and Rob Valentini is just an absolute bulldog. So these back three, this back row is going to cause a lot of hassle. They're going to make themselves an absolute nightmare to deal with, and they're really going to be putting a lot of pressure on the Argentinians. So watch out for these three, like seriously amazing. Nick White is paired with Tane Edmed. We have seen Australia test out James O'Connor, Tom Liner. They are now going with Tane Edmed. You'll see how his kicking goes. I can very much see them trying to play a very kick and chase game, which is going to, it's only going to do well, especially considering the wingers that they have in Corey Toole and Max Jorgensen. They got the pace to burn. They got a lot of strength. They got a lot of speed. They got a lot of agility here. So they are going to be trying to find those little pockets in behind that Argentinian defense and then just run for the sticks. So very scary. Very, very scary. Corey Toole, I'm really impressed with him. The guy is so rapid and he's just performing as an Australian player. Like, he is putting in some serious performances. And Max Jorgensen, in my opinion, one of the most promising young prospects in world rugby. So yeah, serious player. We are seeing Haita Pasami get some game time as well. He is starting. He's partnering with Suali'i. Len Ikitau being rested, not having any part of this team as well. But again, serious talent. He's so agile, so good when it comes down to running with the ball in his hand, and he can cause absolute havoc as well. So going to be interesting to see how these two pair up. Len Ikitau has had a brilliant partnership with Suali'i. Let's see this little swap. See if the Argentinians are able to handle them. And then Andrew Callaway filling in at 15 once again. Brilliant player. Like I say, Australia have a lot of speed. They got a pace to burn. So we are going to be seeing a lot of counter-attacking rugby. We're going to see running down those channels, and we are going to be seeing very much a kick and chase game. So I can definitely imagine Corey Toole getting that ball, grunting, or, I'll call it a grunt. I don't know what it's called elsewhere, but, just kicking the ball forward and then chasing. Just absolute chasing. In terms of replacements, they got John Nasser, Angus Bell, Zane Nongo, Lucan Salakaya Lotto, Carlo Tazano, Tate McDermott, James O'Connor, and then Filippo Daugunu. Speed, strength, ability. James O'Connor is definitely one of those experienced players that you can bring on and he can change a game. Or if you want, he can see it out. Same thing with Tate McDermott. If you need him, he's definitely handy to have. But yeah, Carlo Tazano, he hasn't found his that starting spot again. Honestly, I think it's just because the other players are playing so damn well, and Carlo Tazano is a little bit of a baby. But I said nothing. serious firepower. Angus Bell, definitely a player that you're going to want to have come on, especially up against the Argentinians. The Argentinians are going to be coming. You know that they're going to be playing Matera, they're going to be playing Oviedo, they're going to be more than likely playing a lot of big, heavy talents. They want to be physical. They want to put a lot of pressure on the likes of Nick White and Tane Edmed. So how this is going to play out, I don't know. I have a good feeling about Australia, though. I feel Australia is going to win by converted try. I think they're going to be putting in a good performance. Argentina are going to be fighting them tooth and nail, as we've seen throughout. Argentina up against the All Blacks, scary, and even the performance that they put in up against the Lions before the Lions started their tour, very, very promising. So right now, Australia need to get a little bit of rhythm. They need to get some form, and they need to be putting up. So guys, let me know what you think. What do you think the scoreline is going to be, and where do you think this game is going to be won and lost? I have a good feeling about this, and like I say, Australia need to get some form. They need to get some vein of form going so they can start fighting England and France for those top that number 4 and number 5 spot. But let me know what your thoughts are. Please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.